twist my roots properly. I must have twisted them the wrong way. Turn you down, Dan. Let's get this started properly. Let's get this started properly. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised because I know who I am in the light, the greater light. Balanced, I hold the scales. I'm always balanced, serene, and calm, knowing that God will provide and has provided, will always provide for eternity. Alpha and Omega, A to Z, all of my needs, not just some of my needs, every single one, every single one. You hear how that sounds? Every single one of my needs. You say amen. I say God, keep your promise. You say lie. I say God, you promise. Y'all ready? They tried too hard. Look, let me talk about the roots real quick. Look at my title. You could try to figure out my title. They're gonna look like fools every time no. Let me just stay on course. The roots. I was considering, as I moved around today, just doing all sorts of things, remaining active. And even though I had the stream set on to go on 12, I ended up finding other things to do that I was like, oh, wait, let me finish this before I sit down. Let me finish that before I sit down. And let me wait on this before I sit down in front of this computer because I want to be here for a minute. And I was thinking about when I was a truck driver and the testing that we went through and how proud I was, when it was time to take the drug tests. Because you first get the truck driving school and then they take you through all your little tests, and drug test is one of them. And I was like, yeah, I made sure I clean so I could drive this truck. And then the same week that I took the drug test, there was issues with my money, people holding up my money, right? For my rental car. Holding up my money, right? So I left out of the class feeling some type of way to go handle my business about my money. And one of the girls in the class, which we ended up being all right and cool, kind of, she was like, she couldn't stand me during the class. The whole time she couldn't stand me, but she was next to the person that ended up becoming my bestie to this day. So all of a sudden, this day that I was stressed and I came back, now she wanted to talk to me. She was like, oh, everybody was worried about you. You okay? I looked at her like, wait a minute. But this is about the test now. In her mind, she thought I had failed the drug test. So she had already made assumptions, and I guess was talking about me, figuring I wasn't going to be coming back to the class or whatever. But I knew I was clean. All right. So this morning, in that thought about the drug test, the reason why I went back that far is because I was thinking about the roots the hair, because some companies that you go to, they only gonna test your pee. But them companies that are strict on they uh how they need their company protected, they don't need no foul ups. Your pee could be clean for 30 days, but they go to the root. They will do your hair test. And you know your hair holds DNA and all chemicals for up to 7 years. And I found that out when the company that, because I was at one company and then something happened there with my trainer. He had sprained his ankle, and then I was already not satisfied with what they was starting off to pay with and all that. So one of the girls who went to the other company that was paying good for beginners, she was like, come on over. As a matter of fact, that was the girl who said all of her ancestors, well, a couple of ancestors were KKK members, and how she she was raised on racism. Well, supremacy, not racism, supremacy. She was raised under that, and we ended up being roommates. And I think I told this story before, but back to the hair. Back to the hair. So when I went to this other company and they took my little hair from back here, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I've been clean for months. I don't do nothing. But then when the test came back, they went into chemicals that was in my system 5 years before, 5 years prior. The last time I had taken any of those pharmaceutical, and they were pharmaceutical chemicals, was 5 years prior to me going to that company. So they told me, they was like, oh no, we need you to prove that this was pharmaceutical. We need for you from the roots. They said, we need for you to prove. And I was like, what? 5 years ago, they said, yeah, the pharmacies hold your records. You better remember what pharmacy that you did it. You could go to this pharmacy, that pharmacy, and that one. You could ask them to pull up your records from such and such and such, or you could get a note from the doctor, or else you can't work for this company. And we're going to list it. I was like, what? I was like, but that was like 5 years ago. I ended up driving for that company though. I ended up driving for that company because I was able to prove. I was able to go back and get the prescriptions that the doctors had wrote for that. So I ended up driving for that company. Anyways, now how again I went to the hair and the root. The hair and the root. Look at my background. I'm still on, what you call it? The corals, the hair and the root, the trees, the root. So what made me think about that? I said, you know what? When I cut off all my hair, I didn't have no man. I don't have nobody else DNA all up in me. I decided not to use no more of the man-made chemicals. So literally from head to toe, this is just my DNA, nothing except for the chemicals in the foods now. They might find traces of when I was in the hospital and they put to say, here, we're going to give you this atomodipin, the high blood pressure medications and stuff. But there's no man's DNA. That takes me to the ground and the root. No other person's DNA all up in here? Huh? Something about your hair, the roots. Huh? But the roots and the strands of your mitochondria could be found in your hair strands. Oh, isn't that deep? No, it's not as deep as the sea. King Ellis, greater light. It's not as deep as the sea. It's not as deep as the sea. But wait till I get to what I'm going to cover today. Wait till I get to what I'm going to cover today. I got some lessons for the fessons. How are we going to go into some Bible scripture? We're going to go into some Bible and connect it to the sciences and all of their structures, from the Federal Register, from the head to the streets. People, stop claiming that you're the streets. Stop claiming the streets. You stop claiming the streets. Or you want to claim the streets. It's best you claim a bench. Claim a bench. I don't know. If you don't know who you are, on their list, all them names y'all coming up with is nowhere on the list. I'm going to break the science down to you. And the science is coming out of Job. The science is coming out of Job again. I'm stuck on Job right now, huh? I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on Job right now. Yes, I am. What? Yes. I'm stuck on Job. Let me go to Job 28 and read this to you. Read this scripture. Listen to the science now. This is science. This scripture right here is science. Job 28:18. But I'm going to start and begin with 12. But though men can do all things, huh? All the way to, I don't know, they could just do all things. I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But though men can do all these things, oh, that's what it says, these things. Okay. What things they talking about? Let me go back. You know what? Let me just start at 28 and work my way down to 18. Men know how to mine silver and refine gold. Huh? They know all that. They know they can make fake gold now and fake diamonds. And they're gonna take that fake gold and fake diamonds and make new mines. Men know how to mine silver and refine gold, to dig iron from the earth and melt copper from stone. Copper is a stone. It comes from a root, from a tree. All these things come from trees. And it's in your DNA. It's in your DNA makeup. It's in your compound. Men know how to put light into darkness so that a mine shaft can be sunk into earth. Man know how to take light and put it into darkness so that the shaft of your mind can be sunk into earth. And the earth searched and its deep secrets explored. They could go deep and get the deepest secrets. Men can do that. Men, they can do that. Well, Men know how to obtain food from the surface of the earth, while underneath there is fire. They know how to find sapphires and gold dust treasures that no bird prey can see. I'm talking about they know how to get all the jewels that not even a bird can see or has ever seen, huh? No eagle's eye has ever observed the stuff that they come up with. For they are deep within the mind's eye, right? No wild animal has ever walked upon those treasures. No lion has set their paw there. Men know how to tear apart flinty rock and how to overturn the roots of mountains. They drill tunnels in the rocks and lay bare precious stones. They dam up streams of water and pan the gold. But though men can do all these things, y'all, men can do all these things, huh? Some men, well, not all, but men, I guess they said men, how many men? I don't know. They can do all these things, right? Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Men can do all these things? Yes, they can do all these things. Mm. 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 Mm-mm. Yeah, hold on. I just realized why y'all up in here like this. Oh my. There we go. Okay. Trying to fake. One of the creators was pinned in, stuck in on my phone. Stuck there. I got to do another sweep. I got to do another sweep. Clean the system. But though men could do all these things, back to it, they don't know where to find wisdom and understanding. Now, here's the science. It says they not only don't know how to get it, but in fact, it is not to be found among the living. It's not here, says the oceans. And the seas reply, nor is it here. It cannot be bought for gold or silver, nor all the gold or ophir or precious onyx stones and sapphires. Huh? Wisdom is far more valuable than gold and precious onyx and stones and sapphires. But look, check this out. But the coral or the crystal is not even to be mentioned in regards to all these jewels here. It's a whole separate. The coral and the crystal is separate. And its price is far above rubies. Topaz from Ethiopia can't even purchase it. And I'm going to tell you about the Ethiopians later, huh? They have their hierarchy way up there, huh? But they can't even purchase the worth of the wisdom that comes out of the tree of the corals, the corals. Topaz from Ethiopia can't even purchase it, nor even the purest gold. Then where can we get it? Where can it be found? For it is hid from the eyes of all mankind. Even the sharp-eyed birds of the sky cannot discover it. But destruction and death speak of knowing something about it. What? Destruction and death? You mean like apocalyptic revelation type talk? Maybe. And God surely knows where it is to be found. For he looks throughout the whole earth, under all the heavens. He makes the winds blow and sets boundaries for the ocean. He makes the laws of the rain and paths for the lightning. He knows where wisdom is and declares it to all who will listen. That means through the firstborn of the dead. Wisdom has a voice. Wisdom has a voice. You don't get it. It says everything that God does, he makes laws of the rain and path for the lightning. He knows where wisdom is. He knows where wisdom is and declares it to all who will listen. He declares. That's another word I need to write on these list of words that I got here. What is declare? What is declare? A clarinet? He declares to all who will listen. That means wisdom has a voice. Wisdom isn't something that just come out of the mind. It's one thing to be wise as a serpent, and it's another thing to be wisdom. Going to see the whiz, There's a difference between the whiz and the wise, He established it and examined it thoroughly. See, when you go to Ephesians 6 and you get the approval of God, no man's approval even matters. You go to Ephesians 6 and realize that through the mighty power of God, it's God's approval only that you look for. And this is what he says to all mankind. Look! To fear the Lord is true wisdom. To forsake evil is real understanding. You want to understand something? Forsake evil. Forsake evil. That's the only way you can understand. That's real understanding. To forsake evil. Now, again, the science in here is about the corals. The science is about the corals. I'm so excited about this scripture here. I'm so excited about this science with the corals. All right. Now I'm going to take a pause. Pause, King Ellis. I'm pausing. I'm going to show you something in Federal Register. And again, every time I go to Federal Register, I'm showing you how you could decipher, just like reading the Bible. When you study to show thyself approved, it's because you done dissected it and deciphered it. You can see right through they scheming, the way they take the words and twist it like a serpentine. Look, let me show you this in Federal Register and listen to what I'm saying. And you don't have to believe me. You can check it out for yourself, but I'm going to take you through the trees. Wait, let me look at my title. I'm taking you through to a bench, a tree, and a street. A bench, a tree, and a street through Federal Register. Through Federal Register. Out of all the documents I've been reading over lately, of course, I went to the one for today. And again, when I do this, I'm showing you how to break down and see through what they're saying in Federal Register. The information that they put there for the people. But just how I showed TD Jakes doing that spell yesterday, that's the same stuff that they do right here with their words in the government and when they do what they do when they're up there talking to the people. It's the same thing. Same thing. Those who follow Gog and Magog are those who are raising up their daddy devil demon spirits and all. They work with spiritual wickedness in high places. That's the things they do. Just as clear as I showed that TD Jakes how he did it yesterday, if he doing it on such a micro level on this plane, well, let's say he's mid level. No, I don't. It's micro level. And he consulted with the witches of indoors to do that he did the other day. Can you open your mind to see what they're doing on the hierarchy system? If you go higher and higher, he went to put his whole temple, his whole Potter's house under a spell. That is worse than anything that he could have been accused of doing with one man. He trying to get the media off of him, and he should have went and start praying to God to start tearing down the media system and just repented for walking into a house where he knew things like that was going on. Because it don't mean just because the media say it, that's what happened. I know that for a fact. I know that based on my life. And those spiritual demons and wicked places and highs and lows, they can take a clip of your voice and do this part and have you on record, and you'll be like, but see, that's not how it went down, huh? And it wouldn't even matter because the media, the democracy of media, ain't nothing to be played up with. But he used media to put his whole church under a chanting spell. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me show you something. Let me go on the Federal Register. Let me go to Federal Register. See this right here? This is the one I'm gonna focus on today. This don't look like much. If you've been here with me even for a month or two, you'll remember when I read about this right here. They so-called assist in Haiti. And I said, all of a sudden they assist in Haiti? And I did about 2 days of talking about that. Talking about why they killed the president of Haiti, his wife. They knew her power, I believe. They got some information from her that they needed and what they do. But that's not as important as what I'm about to show you right here. Okay. Make sure I'm sharing the screen properly. So delegation of authority under Section 506A2 of the Foreign Assistance Act of 1961. 1961, they always do that, go all the way back to these dates, right? So if the regular eye or a person that's not an educated person would read this, right? And it would seem as if they are sending $60 million to help Haiti. And it says Haiti and the Haitian National Police. This is a cover right here. This is the physical plane. And into further research, they're not assisting Haiti, they're assisting countries. They're going to disperse this money to countries that will run in and assist the Haitian National Police to control Haiti. See it? So 60 million look like, if you read this real quick, especially with it being so short, the short ones definitely be the ones that have divide in the realms. You have the physical and then the spiritual. So here, there's $60 million in articles and services from inventory and resources of any agency of the United States government and military education and training from the Department of Defense for the purpose and under the authorities of Chapter 8, Part 1 of the FAA to provide anti-crime and counter-narcotics assistance to countries that contribute personnel to the multinational security support system for Haiti and the Haitian National Police. So any country that's going to help the war against Haitians, that's where this money is going to. But that ain't the best part of it. So as I continued my research, I checked the date. Remember I told you when you look at these final rules, the FR, sometimes these are dates for the song, because every spell that they do in the government, they also have a song or a note connected to it. Just like your bill is a note. So it's a spell under that. They have a song, a cantar, a containment for the citation. So this right here, this date coincides with their plans on what they're doing. So the first thing I did is I start researching what significant things happen or events happen on April 3rd, 1971. I know that it's not 30, but I could have typed in and it might have been some date that came up. But no, I read it just the way it's written here. April 3rd, 1971. That would involve the French or research and development or the binding, spell binds, which there's a song somewhere, and bet you by golly wow. Bet you by golly wow. Huh? The song that came up, the title of the song is Un Banc, Un Abre, and Un Roux. Un Banc sound French to me. Un Abre, Un Roux. Huh? And that means a bench, a tree, and a street. So I'm like, what? That was something significant that happened in that space and time. This song, right? And I knew it's not just about the song. So I'm going to play this version of this song, right? Un banc, un abre, et un roux. What does that have to do with Job and the corals and all that? Yeah, you just wait. Here we go. Un banc, un abre, un roux. Let's share this tab instead. And Christopher Bentley, I'm using your for educational purposes. Nope, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. He might be like, nope, I only got 36 subscribers, and you can't do that. You can't come over here. I feel you. I feel you. Is there any public, maybe topics about bank? Bank, una bre. Okay, so I'm not gonna play the song. I'm not gonna play the song. If you want to listen to the song, you can listen to the song, because it ain't so much about this song as it is about the song. Bank, bre, abre, rule. I need some Frenchman to come in and say it more properly. All right. So let's type in the root. Hold up. No, let me do it over here. Where am I right now? Google. A bench, a tree, a street. Okay. And here we go. Let's read. We'll do some reading. I do it this way versus playing a song and risking. You play at your own risk, risking. Un banc, un arbre, un rue, a French pronunciation. A bench, a tree, a street was the winning song. Here it is, of the Eurovision. Now, here we go. And this is coming out of, this song took place April 3rd, 1971. It was the winning of the contest of the Eurovision in Dublin, Ireland. The European Broadcasting Union, which was an experiment, this part of their contest was experimental features, research and development. So the person that wrote this song was a high society composer. And research and development on song binding through cantations. A Bench, a Tree, a Street was a winning song of the Eurovision Song Contest 1971, performed in French by French singer Severine or Severine, representing Monaco. The song is a classic French ballad with a lyric focusing on the loss of childhood innocence and people following their dreams. The opening lines to the chorus translates, "We all have a bench, a tree, and a street where we cherished our dreams, a childhood that has been too short." This song is used in the theme song of the Miss Hong Kong pageant. I can't make this up. And look at the symbol. Look at the symbol for the Miss Hong Kong pageant. Established in 1946, but came through television broadcasting in 1973. That still don't sound like it got nothing to do with the corals. Yes, it do. It don't sound like it got nothing to do with the Bible. Yes, it do. It sounds like it don't have nothing to do with Haiti. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So as I did my research and development, I said, well, show me something about a bench and a tree. What does he mean we all have a bench, a tree, and a street? I should read the whole song, right? But that's going to just take too long, huh? I want to go straight and sit on the bench. I want to sit on the bench. What's a bench? The Ethiopians. I'm not making it up. The bench people are the Ethiopians. The bench are the Ethiopians. You could go and you could look in on the physical realm and say the benches are the judges, right? The bench is a place where you sit for class. The bench is the pews. But in the spiritual realm and genetic codes, the benches are the Ethiopians. Here we go. Okay, that still don't sound like it got nothing to do. What is the yep. The streets. You stop claiming that you the streets. Stop claiming the streets. The streets are those like the bushes. They are the skins. On the physical plane, you have the streets, which is the lower class of beings that will do anything. Huh? When they start putting pavement on streets, I'm going to go over it. I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to take the time and go through this. But the streets are the skins, that society of beings. So you have the two society of beings, the ones that roll with the bushes, the royal societies, but they are a lower class of beings. They have no conscience. You have the set of beings in their genetics that it's the Ethiopians. Then you have the trees. And there's a breakdown of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trees. 8 trees according to the scripture and according to science. The first tree, this is biblical. The first trees are the Sachems or the sycamores. That's the sycamore tree. Yeah, The next set of trees are the Mustafas, the mustards, or the mustard tree, But they are called the mustamors, Yep. This is my research and development just from that date in this song and what they got over there messing with Haiti, about. The Mustamors. What does that have to still ain't got nothing to do with corals? Yes, it do. Yes, it do. Then you have the tree on Calvary. So the Cavaliers and the cows, they're the scalpers. Huh? They'll take your head, huh? For their survival of their genetics. They are still also considered Moors. But that tree, the tree of Calvary, huh? They'll nail anybody to the cross, huh? The Calvals. And then you have the fig tree. But the fig tree, that genetic, that code, huh? All the way back, as far back as it can go, are the fig lies or the Figaro. Figaros. And just seeing the row alone lets you know that it has something to do with the sea. So that's the fig tree. The next one are the cedars. The cedars, their genetics are the lizard people. They are the dinosaurs, the lizards. That's in their genetics. That's in their breakdown. And even into their trees. Your trees tell the genetics of the animal and the tree to the person, to the beings. Huh? The next are the olives. Christ stood on top of the olives all the time, huh? The Mount of Olives all the time. Having his foot on their neck all the time. Those are because they are easy to train. The olive branch of genetics are the Homo sapiens. Yes, it is. I'm not making this up. Huh? This is something you could go and research and develop for yourself. And then them same ones who right now in Federal Register, the friends of friends, the same ones that helped create this song right here, the same ones that went with the king of Spain, the 13, the 13th king that they call Africano. Africa, the name and that word is based on his language, what he created. The oaks, that's why so many oaks all over where they hung most people from, the oaks, the oak trees, so many oak groves. Their descendants and their genetics are the Portuguese and the Quakers. They are also branches of the Quakers. But they are a form of light beings also. That's why they continued searching on how to get back to their light code. I'm not making this up. It's written. Huh? This stuff was here before I got here. Huh? All I'm doing is because I'm learning about my code, huh? Connected to the coral tree. Huh? So the oaks, halls and oaks, huh? Not hall and oaks. Hall and they the doorkeepers, the gatekeepers. Huh? The Portuguese. They are the port. They and they make sure they roots all over. Huh? Through the oak. But their brothers or their friends of friends are the Quakers. And it's not spelt like that. How I'm going to put it when it's quasars. I think it's quasars. I think I spelled it right. I think. All right. And last but not least, the eighth are the corals. And the corals, their code, I'm put it, I don't even have to go through no explanation. Huh? Wait a minute. Once I put it up here, you can see it for yourself. No explanation. The corals are and that tree and the wisdom of the corals is what they're keeping hidden. What they try to keep sleep. Huh? All of the ancient manuscripts, the Jewish Orthodox, the Talmud Orthodox, all of them know that out of all these trees that they have in the Bible, and they name all over the place and know the genetic codes, the coral is the one that they keep bound. I mean, they do it all, but this is the one ancient wisdom. So now I just broke down to you these trees, right? And you can go yourself. Knowing who you are would make them say you need to change the senses altogether and put the senses to exactly what it's supposed to be so that I could check off exactly who I am. You are not no Minas, huh? You're not African, you're not American, huh? English is a set of people that took and said we coming under, they are the cedars. Which tree you come from? What's your tree code? And is your tree code definitely connected to the land? You connected to the sea and the lights? You connected to death? What's your tree code? It's in your DNA. Once you figure out your DNA, you'll know. Huh? But guess who left a code for you to be able to figure it out? Huh? Christ said, look, no matter which tree you come from, you all could be a native to the kingdom of heaven. Huh? Every single last one of you, if you accept the light code. Because that love can transform and make a dead tree, a dead root come to life. It looked dead to you. And like in your eyes, it looked dead. I got some beets right now, all shriveled up. I mean, and it looked like something to throw away. And I know once I plant them, just a little loving light and water, y'all don't want to hear no truth. You don't want to hear. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Let me get you now with Bing, because this first bit of research I did just went on opening up books. As a matter of fact, I should show my background. I moved. Let me see. Can you see if I remove my No, I can't do it right now. I was rearranging and going through different books that I have, and I'm like, yes, here, there, there. Then I came over to Google. I was like, yep, that's right. It's like lining up. So let's do a little bit of reading with my handy dandy assistant. Hello, my handy dandy assistant. How are you today? So, because I wanted to be sure about what I read in Federal Register, that they are not helping the Haitians, they're helping friends of friends. They're not going to give the Haitians $60 million because that's what the media is going to make it look like. This just dropped today, right? A presidential document that just dropped today. And he's going to make an announcement. Biden gonna get up there and lie, and he gonna be like, and I just did Joseph Balak Biden Kane Finnegan can all the way from Dublin, Ireland. A skin. He's a cedar. He gonna get up there lying. I just signed it for $60 million to help Haiti. No, it's to help any party outside of Haiti that will go in and assist the Haitian National Police at war against the people of the island. Not just the narcotics and the crime scene. So here we go. Explain the drawdown assistance to countries in layman's terms. And she did. But I wanted her to be more specific. I wasn't satisfied with that answer because it didn't look like what I was reading here. And so I said, okay, well, then what does the drawdown for Haiti entail in layman's terms? And then she gives me all these different times that emergency aid was sent to Haiti, right? Especially during the COVID, she definitely says 500,000 doses of COVID vaccine went to them and all that. And then investigation assistance after the president was assassinated. That didn't satisfy me. I know that's not what I'm reading here. So I said, look, the new drawdown for Haiti at $60 million is explaining funds are for the countries to assist Haiti, but not for Haiti itself. Am I correct? Federal Register document 89, final rule of date incantation of April 3rd, 1971. She says, you are correct. The new drawdown assistance is detailed in Federal Register document 89, final rule 34071, involves 60 million allocated not directly to Haiti, but to countries that contribute personnel to the multinational security support mission for Haiti and to Haitian National Police. The assistance is intended for anti-crime and counter-narcotics efforts. So then I wanted to respond to that date of this incantation here, and she's the one that told me about the song. So she says, the most significant event of April 3rd, 1971 was the 16th Eurovision Song Contest held in Dublin, Ireland. The winners, Severine, represented Monaco with a song, Un Banc, Una Bre, Un Rue. This event was a notable showcase in the cultural musical trends of Europe at the time, and winning the contest often leads to international recognition. Now, the man that wrote the song, again, he was a high society composer for the secret societies. He's a British honored society member. Under his song composition, it was about research and development. It was an experiment also. And I asked her to explain the words of the song. So She said the lyrics in English translates as follow: for un banc, un arbre, un rue. We all have a bench, a tree, a street where we cherished our dreams. We all have a bench, a tree, a street, a childhood that has been too short. One day or another, we have to leave to build a future, and it's the unforgettable instant when we return to our child clothes. Everyone goes filled with hope on a road that they chose to the riches or to the glory, yet what our life will be, our life. We all have a bench, a tree, a street where we cherished our dreams. We all have a bench, a tree, a street, a childhood that has been too short. Everyone in his corner of the horizon only defends their ambitions. But if we share nothing, what would be left for us in common? In common, with a question mark. We all have a bench, a tree, a street where we cherished our dreams. We all have a bench, a tree, a street, a childhood that has been too short. And then it says la 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 la. And the song, she says, the song speaks to the universal experience of growing up and moving on from the innocence of childhood. But that's not what I saw when I read it. And that's how I got a chance to break down, because it's coded in this federal document that Biden is going to get up and lie, exaggerate, or whatever it is that he does. With their song spell that they have on the side here, which is this song right here. And again, even in the context of the song where he says, one day or another, we have to leave to build a future. And it's the unforgettable instance when we return our child clothes. And it's, that once a man, twice a child, or you would have to come as a child or be born again. That's what it looked like to me. And then when he mentions the horizon, everyone in his corner of the horizon only defends their ambitions. But if we share nothing, what will be left for us in common? So here I asked her, after I did my research, I said, so what is the word bench? No, how many times is the word bench mentioned in scripture? And she says, bench is mentioned 8 times in scripture across various translations. And I'm going to read those translations. It appears in contexts such as the construction of ships, where benches are made of ivory, and in legal settings, referring to judge benches. The instances can be found in both Old and New Testaments, illustrating differences or the different use of the terms within the biblical narratives. So the first scripture is Ezekiel 27:6. Of oaks of Bashan or Bashan, they made their oars. So see, that's not just talking about the oak, which is a type of people. The oaks are the Portuguese. They made their oars. Thy bench they have made of ivory, and a branch of Ashurium from the Isles of Chittim. I'm going to look that up later in my own research and connect. If you look at my description, I also stated before I even read that, I was like, the benches will be ashes. In Matthew 27:19, it says, while he is sitting on the judge's bench, his wife sent him a word to him. Have nothing to do with that righteous man, for today I've suffered terribly in a dream because of him. And I think this is when she was talking about John the Baptist, I think. In John 19:13, when Pilate heard these words, he brought Jesus outside. He sat down on the judge's bench in a place called Stone Pavement, but in Hebrew, Gabbatha. Oh, I can't wait to look that up. Acts 18:12. While Gallio was proconsul of Achaia, the Jew made a united attack against Paul and brought him to the judge's bench. In Acts 18:16, so he drove them from the judge's bench. The Jews made an attack against Paul and brought him to the judge's bench. Acts 18:17, then they all seized Sosthenes, the leader of the synagogue, and beat him in front of the judge's bench. But none of these concerned Gallio, that looked like Galileo. In Acts 25:6, it says, when he had spent not more than 8 to 10 days among them, he went down to Caesarea. The next day, seated on the judge's bench, he commanded Paul to be brought in. And Acts 25:7 says, therefore, when they had assembled here, I did not delay. The next day, I sat at the judge's bench and ordered a man to be brought in. Y'all remember I did a whole thing about in Acts and those judges and the benches. But it never led me to this. So we all have a bench and a tree. I asked how many times is tree mentioned in the Bible? And then she says tree is mentioned 312 times. And then she breaks down the different trees that are mentioned in the Bible. And that's how I was able to break down these names against these trees. The sycamore tree is actually the Sachems, Sacem. The mustard tree is the Mustas. When she mentions the tree of Calvary, and but let me read a little bit in this, what the scriptures say. So the cedars of Lebanon, these majestic trees are used symbolically to represent the nation of Israel. But remember that these are a whole set of, these are the lizards, the cedars. And see, let me show you so you don't think I'm just pulling out of the air, right? Pulling out of my behind. Let's see if I can find it here. Cedars. First thing come up is Sinai. Cedars. I'm trying to find a place that would give me exactly what I'm looking for. I don't want to be all over the place. Okay, cedars. Oh, I had already clicked it over here. Okay, let's see. And okay, share this tab. Now you see here, let's see all the places in the United States that have cedars. Cedar, cedar, cedar. The trees, cedar, the cedar, the cedar, the realms of God in Mesopotamia, the Cedar Hall, Cedar Lake, all that good stuff, right? But right here, you see the word genus. You see the plant family, and you see that right here. Okay, it's all connected to the cedar, right? The common name for cedar in Old World, Genesis. I'm not going to say Guinness, or I'm not going to say genus. I'm going to say Genesis. And here's their plant family. Here we go. Click it. Can I click it? Yes, I can. See? Right here. It breaks down the classes. And see the family. Now this is how I get to the family, knowing that they're lizards. Click down. So now I click to their family. See the hemlock, the firs. See? And I kept going and did more research. I opened up my book back there. I went into DNA codes and strands, different areas. So this is a whole branch of people. This is their family line. Okay. If you want to know if this is your family line, research and find out. See the time range of their family branch. Definitely says Jurassic. See there, right there? Their seed and the mitochondria is broken down right here. Coming out of the mountains of China, different areas, northern hemisphere. They only been around 11 generations. You see, I on my own research and development. But again, just finding out about myself. What did she say next? She says the olives. If I type in mustas, let me show you. Let's see, musta. See right here? I went past that. Did I? Let me see. Let's see. Did I go here? I went in my book. I went in my book to find out more about the mustas. Had to, let me see. I should have wrote the page number down in which book. Let's click this one and see if it give you the information so you know that, or you see how I found it. Shoulda Musta are you Mustas musician, the Mustans. Let's see. I got to find out where I scribbled that on a piece of paper, y'all. See, the Moose Stars, black person. That's why I have written here. Wait, am I sharing the screen? Can you see me? Oh, I'm still showing me and I'm not showing the screen. You see where I have Moors, and they here. I wasn't sharing the screen all this time. I have shared the screen. Oh, I wasn't sharing it here. I don't know where I wrote this scribble letter. Which book I got it out of? Like I said, I pulled out all my books back there. And I got so that I be in somebody's chat, but I be steady reading. I don't even, like, I could be pick up the phone and text and contribute to the chat, but now it's just my brain is, I don't know if it's all of this magnesium that I'm taking and putting in my system. I don't know what it is, but my brain lit up. I can't stop. Last night I didn't go to sleep until about 4 o'clock. And today I was up at I was up at, here's the benches, the bench people. I was up at 7, and I still have a lot of energy. I think I do need to take a nap now, though. See this? The bench people. The cash crops, according to the bench district office. The bench Majizo. Oh. All right. That's all, folks. I'm going to go find something else to do. But this was actually, again, just a breakdown. Me showing you how I read and decipher and break down the Federal Register, but break it all the way down to the science. And you don't have to believe me. You can go check it out for yourself. Which branch or which treaty you come from. I know based on my medical information. I guess, I don't know. They must have thought they was going to tell me my blood is alpha thalassemia, and I never was going to look it up. You know how some of us do sometimes. They say you have such and such and such and such, and this is in your blood, and your blood work says such and such and such and such, and no one ever takes and say, can I get that information? And let me go ahead and research on myself and see what it is, if what you're saying to me is exactly what it is. They could be telling you anything. You have to know who you are before they tell you what you're going to be if you left behind. All right? Oh, yeah, the tiredness done kicked in. I'm going to go and take me a nap right now. That's what I'm going to do. Greater light. Ooh, you know, I'm getting up there in age. I'm taking afternoon naps. What time is it? I'm going to go take me an afternoon nap. Oh! That's how I know I miss my grands. One weekend without them, y'all should have seen me. One weekend, because when it's nap time, it's like, y'all come on, let's take a nap. It's like, let's take a nap, not y'all go take a nap. Let's take a nap, y'all. Greater light. I hope you don't take this stuff that I'm putting on here as something that you need to follow and say, oh, Grandma Abcard say such and such. No, this is for you to go and say about yourself. Study to show thyself approved. Know who you are. Break down your code. The code is in your DNA. It was left in your DNA and they can't decipher it. They can do everything but that. It says it in Job. An eagle, if somebody telling you who you are and telling you about you, you know how they like to say, you come from, you come from. How they know? It ain't even no we. When when you can sit and listen to a person tell you about something, when they gonna tell you, look, this is who I am. I deciphered my code. I broke it down. I broke down my blood. I broke down the sciences of my blood. How one person gonna tell you about diabetes and what kind of thing can heal every single individual when we all have a different makeup, when all of our blood is different? Based on your genetic codes, based on your DNA, one person in your family, just in your family alone, with the same skins, same flesh codes, can eat high in iron foods, and another one, it could possibly kill them. It could be toxic to them. Some people's DNA, because of their structure of their DNA and their light codes combined, have to eat high starches. So that the land that you are connected to, or your DNA code and light code is connected to, will show that high starched foods. Like, my body feels better when I eat rooty, high in magnesium foods, because based on my genetic structure and my DNA code, that's what my body was built for. So again, greater light, and study to show thyself approved. And remember, you can say this with me. You don't have to agree, but I stand on this affirmation. My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes the capacity to think wisely and spiritually. God's ideas unfold within my mind in perfect sequence. I'm always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, because I know God has provided the perfect solution to every single one of my needs, and he'll do the same for you. He'll do the same for you. Remember that you are a direct reflection of the true and living God, for those who know that they're direct reflection. If you can remember, And God is going to keep his promise. He's going to keep his promise. Do not pass me by. Ooh, it's raining. Oh,
sacrifice the chorus just to save the choir. The Passover lie in the hem of Juju. But do not pass us by, is the truth in you that safest swings. Savior, Savior, hear your humble cry, hear we humble cry. Do not pass us by, do not pass me by, no. Bara is outside. Savior, Savior, hear your humble cry, hear we humble cry. not pass me by, no. It's outside.